Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you again for coming to the Diaspora panel. This is the Diaspora panel where we discuss Nigerian politics. I have with me in the house, as always, I have Mr. Ademola Adisa, who is based in the United Kingdom. Mr. Adisa, you are welcome to today's meeting.
Oh, I'm very happy to be here.
I also have Mr. Olaiton Adedigba, who is based in the United States of America. Mr. Adedigba, you are also welcome.
Thanks for having me.
Today, we are going to discuss a couple of things. Just before we go into our discussion, I want to advise or employ all our listeners, all our viewers, to try and subscribe to this channel so that when we do the next video, you'll be one of the first people to know about it. Subscription is free of charge. You are not charged for it. And if you like any of our videos, please click the like button and share it. And which means that you will be able to let your friends also watch all our videos. So today, as I said, we are going to discuss a couple of things, actually about 3 things. We are going to discuss the expectation of the administration of Ademola Adeleke in Osun, who has just been sworn in as the governor of Osun State today. We also discussed Peter Obi, the influence of Afeninfere and the Northern Christian groups. Will they be able to deliver the presidency to Peter Obi? And also Naira design or the change of color. What effect will this have on the Nigerian economy? So we're going to start with the first conversation, and what are your expectations, guys, of an Adeleke Ademola or Ademola Adeleke governorship governance in Osun State? So I'm going to start with you, Demola. Demola, you know this is the politician known as the dancing senator who goes around dancing all over the place, you know, and who recently went to America to acquire a degree within, I think, 1.5 years. He got a degree in one American university or school. And there's been a lot of issue around his school certificate. A lot of, you know, that maybe it didn't pass his school certificate or it was forged. So there's a lot of issues with this man. And a lot of people think that he's not what to be a governor in a state like Osun. But apparently there was an election which has been won, although the matter is still in court about some group, about some rogue figures from some parts of the state. But generally, Demola, when you look at this man, when you look at his character, when you look at his pedigree, when you look at his service, do you think what kind of expectation are you looking ahead to for him being the governor of Osun State?
Thank you, Deji. The new governor of Osun State, Governor Ademola Adeleke, I want to congratulate him. At least he has been declared a winner, and his election has been upheld by the tribunal, though it's still been challenging in court at present. So we congratulate him and wish him all the best. But there are a very dark cloud over the whole election period. And there are issues that are still pending in court that need to be addressed. And the expectation for Adeleke, Governor Adeleke, is very, very high, especially based on the standard that is left by the former governor Oyetola. Oyetola performed exceptionally well, and he was unfortunate not to have won the second term. But for Adeleke to meet, because I have not seen during the campaign what anything tangible that Adeleke has projected that he's going to do as governor. Yeah, he has won now. Let's see what he will do with it. Let's hope that he will do well and also serve the people of Oyo State well. But from his personality so far so good. He doesn't look at somebody that is very articulate, somebody that is organized, or somebody that have a vision for Osun State. Let's look forward to the caliber of people that will be in his cabinet and see whatever program he has in mind for the people of Osun State. Osun State is very volatile, is very educated and well informed. I believe the people will give him a lot of challenge to make sure that if he doesn't surpass, if he doesn't surpass the yardstick that Oyetola has laid down, it should, as much as possible, at this meeting. So we wish you good luck, and let's see what will happen.
Thank you very much, Ademola. So, Laita, you are a bona fide Ijisha man. You know, you are from Osun State, and you know the history of the state. You know the politics of the state. So basically, you know what's going on there. So if you look around at the kind of intelligentsia in that state, the people in the state, the political development, the awareness, is this the kind of person that we should be electing in Osun State as the governor?
What would you say? Thank you for that question. I'm saying congratulations to Senator Adeleke. What we just said brings to mind one of the stunts we usually pull, that the first class, they will end up classroom. The second class, they be looking for a job. The third class, they looking for a job too. Why they drop out? They will be politicians. So the politician will end up managing the affairs of the first class, second class, upper, and all these stuff like that. So when all the society in life, they deserve the kind of leadership they inherit. I'm open to correction with those that just afar. On no basis will you discriminate against somebody who is paying your salary, who never borrow for 4 years, who backlog, he was paying it, he meets you every time. He said he formed a synergy with the unions in the state, but you rejected him. You are voting for him. You said no. He said no for APC. You rejected Oyetola. I don't know. And you for Senator Adeleke, right? So I just pray. I pray. I pray that they will not borrow again in the states, right? Not only that, God will lead them, so to say, on way to move the state forward. Because the guy will not perform magic. The expectation will be high on him to perform better than the guy, but when he doesn't perform, the outcry will be too much. Already, Oyetola is paying our pension, he's paying everybody. I don't know. I should say, how are they going to get that? Where are they going to get money? For 4 years, for somebody to roof that state for 4 years without borrowing a dime, and he's paying everything. The contract was going on, everything was going on, and you said you rejected him at the poll. You said Senator Adeleke that you want. Then let's continue. Let's see what comes out of it.
Okay.
That is my take.
Thank you very much, Ademola. I'm just going to ask you the question again because I didn't think you actually answered the question the first time. What I wanted to look at is you are into politics big time, so you know what it is. When you look at somebody like Adeleke Ademola, do you think that he has the capacity to rule Osun State successfully?
Deji, I know I had addressed the issue as it is because in respect of the choice of the Osun people, the people of Osun State. And we am holding fault a little bit because I don't want to discredit the election that brought power. The people choice, because this is one of the effect of side effect of democracy. Democracy sometimes don't necessarily provide the best person to be in power. It is always what the choice of the people are. It may be their charisma, maybe there are other economic forces or social forces that determine the choices of the electorate in making their choice of who to rule them. Maybe they want a new dimension or a new area, a zoning, because it can be geopolitical issue as well. Certain part of the state may be to be transferred to them, irrespective of the quality of the existing governor. So there are a lot of factors that necessitate the outcome of that election. And also bear in mind, the people might make the right choices, they may have been fraudulently denied of the choice they made because of the current. Because if we listen at the current issues, information coming out from the tribunals, the courts, of a lot of overvoting coming out from area that, to a large extent, that may be necessitated for Adeleke to have won. There are a lot of discrepancies in his personal accreditation, his education, his certificate, and all the hanky-panky that is going on. So all these things. So I won't say, because I will just advise him to sleep with one eyes closed, because he may not last in that condition, based on if the outcome of the court cases work against him. But that is democracy. That is what we have for now. So it may not be the best, but that is what, as of now, that is what is being produced now. And that is why I said I wish the people of Osun State best of luck, and I hope they are able to make him accountable at all levels to make sure that he deliver the dividend of democracy.
Thank you very much, Ademola. So I'd like to finally on this, I just want to ask you, if you just want to unmute, please unmute yourself. Okay, okay. So Ebenezer Babatokwe, a former aide of Chief of Obafemi Awolowo, made a statement I think about last year, and he said that if Ademola Adeleke was allowed to rule Osun State for 2 years, he said Osun State would never recover for 20 years. And this is why I'm just hammering on this. Today, in the news, he has already frozen all the accounts of Osun State. He frozen all the accounts. And he's taking a few actions that could be detrimental to the running of the state smoothly. Oyetola, he promoted some people into, I think, a permanent secretary, about 20 or 30 of them. And the new governor says that, no, we're going to reverse all that. So, and then he said he's changing the Osun from a state of Osun to Osun State. It's just like chasing shadows. Instead of him, if you have a manifesto, go for it. Whatever you want to do, if it's free education, and then you are now setting up a committee to go and probe the last government. This is not what I am expecting. I'm expecting somebody who could be thinking about how are we going to provide job for the unemployed? How are we going to improve the hospitals? how big was the security? If Akure Road now, Ilesha Akure Road is now unusable because there's a lot of kidnapping going on there. So I'm thinking, do you think he has started well with this policy of freezing account and guessing the last government? Is that the way? Is that the right way to start governance?
Yeah, thank you for that question. I will answer that question by saying, what you don't have, you don't give it. When you don't have anything, you can't give. What you have is what is in you, the innate, what you are grown up with, your antecedent. That is where you deep your hand, you don't give it out. So somebody who doesn't, is not a proven businessman, he has not done anything. He just came from America to come and he's just a dancing. He's dancing here in America and he got to Nigeria, he started that dancing. So you made him the senator, then from senatorship, he became the governor. So you are saying somebody should sit down to articulate the effect of the effect of the suffering on the masses in Nigeria, in Osun. Somebody who doesn't, even during the interview, it was talking about the drug in Osun State. So he doesn't know. So just push him, go and do this, and he won the election. The election in Nigeria now, how it is being won. So what my own, I pray that he surround himself with the intelligentias, the people who have the interest of the people at the back of his mind, of Osun. I mean, at the back of their mind. So those are the people that can draw progress into his plans. Right? Those people, he should consult people to sit down. How are we going to move Osun forward? What can we do, right, to move Osun forward in my tenure? So these are the things he should preoccupy himself with now. Not the chasing saddle. You want to froze Osun. You want to demote those people who have been promoted. You want to do this. You don't win short now, right? For somebody who he should sit down, calculate what am I going to do to make Osun, to be different from what they've been doing. All my predecessors, they'll be borrowing. This guy doesn't borrow. So what did he do? What the magic does he do? Does he employ to do that? So let me do that too. Let me replicate it in Osun so that I can win for second time. So these are what you should preoccupy himself with now. Not all this. I saw him the first day. On Saturday, he was doing road work. He surrounded himself with people, they are dancing there. No, the issue of governance is far more than this, right? Not yourself. You are not governing for yourself, but you are governing for the state of Osun. People who voted you, people who claim that they voted you, you are representing their interests. That is where the social contract comes in, right? You are only fought that place, that position for people. Then you give them whatever they want. How to ameliorate their situation, right? How to cushion the effect of the hardship people are facing. These are the things people should be expecting from him in the next 4 years, if he's still there.
Thank you very much, Lighton. So we go over to the next topic, which is about Peter Obi. I'm going to start with you, Ademola. So we can see in the last few weeks, Peter Obi had a rally in Ibadan, and he had in attendance with Pa Adebanjo, who is the current leader of Afeninfere. And Pa Adebanjo is not shying away from public, from saying it publicly that he believed in Obidati, candidacy to run Nigeria. And he's trying to rally the Yorubas around Peter Obi. And again, also, there's this Northern Christian group headed by Yakubu Dogara, the former Speaker of the House of Rep, and the former Secretary to the government, Babachi Lawal. They are saying now, they said that they have a group of Northern Christian group, and they are putting their weight behind Peter Obi. So, Ademola, do you think these groups, Afeninfere and Northern Christian group, do you think they have any electoral value? Can they deliver the presidency to Peter Obi?
Let's start from Chief Adebanjo. Adebanjo. Did he have electoral value? I don't. Did Afeninfere have electoral value? Absolutely. Afeninfere is behind the Adebanjo regarding his Obi's solidarity. Absolutely no. So it's a fake assurance. It's very deceiving, and I don't think it have any face value at all, other than individual person's preference. He's never shied, Adebanjo never shied from the fact that is his preference. He's as a person, yes, but for Afeninfere as a whole, I don't think so. And for Yoruba as a whole, I don't see any electoral value that these have given Obi in the West. So it's a fake assurance, and the rally is not as productive as he expected it. They expected it to be. Is that look, the percentage of the attendance is not mostly of the Igbo traders, and yes, we also have some youth there, but not as expected. Expected of them. Babacha in the north, using the Christian Association, talking about Northern Christians. This has been also been disavowed by Northern Christian that is not speaking, that nobody, the Khan Association, the Northern Khan sector, Northern Nigeria, the Christian Association of Nigeria have disowned him and said they have nothing, nobody is using that. And they also ask that nobody should use the name of Khan as a political accreditation for any of the politicians. So I don't know their motive, I don't know their interest, but they have not really give any substance. So it's they have no value. And this is where Obi need to really see itself that anywhere it's going now, there is a lot of noises, but there is no weight on the ground to actualize all this noise to make them into vote. The same thing is Wike invited him to come and inaugurate a project only to tell him that he will never even have any votes in a River State. So yes, Obi is making noise, but are they making inroad into the heart of electoral, to get votes? I doubt it, absolutely. So it's a noise maker, but it's not a doer.
Thank you very much, Ademola. Lighton, do you foresee the Yorubas in the Southwest abandoning their own Bola Ahmed Tinubu and queuing behind Peter Obi? Do you think that the Northern Christians as a group have enough muscle to deliver the presidency to Peter Obi? Please unmute yourself. Please unmute.
It's not possible for the Yorubas to abandon their own. And there are some decent voices, right? Like you said, Pa Adebanjo and all these people, But what is have they contested for election before? Because they just glorify them by saying, because of their age, they say, okay, you are our leader, you are this, you are that. And they've not contested for election. They've not started, they never stood for election. They can't win. Look at Obasanjo, look at President Obasanjo now. Right? Nobody will ever thought about Obasanjo will win. But let me make it categorically clear today. But before 2023 election, the Yorubas, they will rally around their own. The Northern Christians, I'm happy they came out. The representative, one bishop, said you should vote according to your conscience. That they should not put Northern Christian, to vent their anger on people, right? So these are the issue. All these Babacha, Alawa, and Dogara, they wanted to vent their anger, and that is why they are campaigning vigorously for Peter Obi. Let Peter Obi be, let Tinubu be. It doesn't matter who you campaign for. Whoever that wants will win. But looking at their manifestos, right? At this stage we are in Nigeria, one should be able to decipher and infer the better person, the personality between the two. That okay, this have a good agenda for us. This have good agenda for us. So by now we should be able to be saying, okay, this is the guy that will win the election. This guy will do the opinion poll, and the poll that we want to conduct, it should be all encompassing, right? Not that you go to a section of the country and where the supporters are based, and be conducting opinion poll. Electoral vote poll. Yeah. So that is my take.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Yeah.
And just before we go to the next topic, Ademola, there's something I wanted to discuss. I wanted to discuss the obedient movement in belief. I was watching a program, I think about 2-3 days ago, and this man, I think it was a Nollywood actor, Kenneth Okonkwo or something, and it took, it went on a tirade against Bola Ahmed Tinubu and described him as a kind of King Nebuchadnezzar that God struck down and that God will strike him down. Is that the kind of politics we want to see in Nigeria?
Now, before I go, I will answer your question, but before I just have to chip just a little bit about the Christians Association of Nigeria and the Northern branch. One thing people don't understand that we need to value is, why did Peter Obi left PDP or Labour Party? It's not just because he's a Southerner. It's also because of a religion that they don't want anybody, a Christian, to have that presidency. And that is why they didn't vote for Wike as well. So they have already, it's not seriously. I don't think, looking at the North Christians, I think that they will vote for him when the North Christian does not even vote for him at primary. They don't even vote for Wike at primary of PDP. I don't think they will vote for a Christian. And that is what necessitated Tinubu's to choose a Muslim, because he knew that the North, as with their votes, the volume of their votes, will not vote for a Christian. And that is the truth. For a presidency, when they have a Muslim president candidate around, and that is one permutation that we need to recognize. I don't say that is the only thing or whatever, but it's one of the factors that make it possible for Wike and Obi to have the ticket for PDP in the first instance. Now, talking about the attitude of the Obi movement, generally, everybody knows that the Obi movement are not obedient. They are very rough, and anything that is not in their favor, they castigate, they behave more like a thug in the real sense of it. And this is not expected of the youth. If you are a youth or you people of new blood, we expect that you have to do things with decorum, you have to do things with sincerity, and you have to do things with intelligence, and not just castigate and bring down anybody that is not like you or not believe in you or in your candidate or that is against your candidate. You abuse them, you castigate them, you swear at them, and that tells you that you don't even want to be in Nigerian politics, because this is not the type of politics that Nigeria need, not from the whole generation, talk less of the new generation of politicians.
Thank you very much. Laita, just finally on this same topic, this so-called obedient movement, they go around and abusing people. If you say anything against their candidate, they'll come like a horde, on your page. What kind of politics is that? Is that the way politics should be done on social media?
Speech, they say, is a mirror of the soul. As man speaks, so he is. Ordinarily, I would have expected Obi to have cautioned them. His Excellency Peter Obi should have cautioned these people. With all this tirade, all this abuse, malign, defiling, all this, have you ever seen His Excellency Peter Obi to caution these people? No, he's indulging them. You don't talk like this. Bring it. Abuse are employed by people who doesn't have anything to. That is the hallmark of us people who are believe the low people, right? To drive home their point. The low people, they go so low to be abusing people. You talk about you talk about this, you talk about that. No, issues, it should be issue-based. What you want to do, right? What has Obi done in the state where I ruled for 8 years? What has he, economic development that he started, that he ended in 8 years? Poverty elevation that he ended in 8 years, right? The roads that he tarred in 8 years, the construction that he completed in 8 years, the people he mentored in 8 years, the economic development that he ushered in 8 years. These are the issues we want to see, not to call people's name. It doesn't depict us as human beings. Normal human, you don't see normal human being changing. That is the psychic of our people, right? Is at times when you see people, they keep abusing. I saw them. But it is this people from the north, not all of them, right? Our people from the southeast, that is their hallmark. We have people who are supporting other candidates there, but so majority of them, they even they are castigating Soludo for what Soludo said. They are castigating this post person for AD before. This guy in Lagos, I forgot his name now. He's an able guy. They want to behead him, right? So they took him to the cleaner. So all these things. Tell us what Obi is going to do for us. Tell us how is he going to do it. Tell us what he has done. His antecedent. These are what we want. Tell us what Tinubu has done. Tell us what Atiku has done. So we can now put them on the same page. That okay, we weigh them. Right then we form an issue. We form opinion of whom to support. This is not the way to go about politicking. No, you don't politic by abusing, by cursing, by doing all this stuff. I say is backwardness, atavistic progression of thinking, right?
Okay.
So that is the way I view it.
Thank you. Thank you, Lighton. So finally, we seen in the last week also the Nigerian government, they brought out the new Naira, the redesigned Naira. And everybody was thinking, you know, this is going to come with maybe something very nice, but we found out that they just changed the colors. I mean, some of the colors were swapped. The 500 Naira color was swapped to the 200. And you know, it was just a kind of changing of colors. And my take is, how will this action, how will it improve the Nigerian economy? What have they achieved? Ademola, I'm going to let you go first.
You want me to go first?
I believe this is a very smart move, even though a lot of people are seeing it as making fun of it, jesting about it, thinking that nothing was reasonably done, and because it beat their expectation, they were expecting a total divergence from the old form of currency to something that it totally new. No, because to do that, it may be more expensive, and it may not even meet the duration, the target of what they want to do. So the basic thing, the main motive of it is to make the old currency non-legal tender, to make it worthless. Changing the color make the old currency worthless. And that is a simple way to just achieve that basic objective. And that is a very cheap way. And according to the central bank and the governor, not only this, they also improve the security, chips or whatever that is in the currency as well. So they boost its security and simply change the color, rather than go into a total redesign of the currencies. So it's very much cost effective, but also achieve the desired objective of making all those other currency invalid and non-legal tender from January 2023. So it's a smart move, and I really commended them for that. And I think it's also a cost-effective way of changing the currency without incurring too much cost.
Thank you very much. So, Lighton, do you think that the Nigerian people will benefit from this change of colors, just change of colors?
Yeah, I think Nigeria will benefit immensely from the changing of color. In the sense that some people, the essence is the amount of money in circulation. The 10% of, I said 10%, 55% of the money in circulation, right? No, with the government is kept somewhere. And to achieve this desired result, everybody are now bringing now their money. So the federal government will now keep their money. So eventually, electronically, we want to go electronically, digital, we want to be spending. And nobody, I believe, by 2023, February, the new policy measure will come out that this is the amount of money you should have in your possession, right? So you don't go about carrying a lot of money, cost of money everywhere you go like before. So I think it will achieve a better result, right? Provided we all believe in it and we give it all the necessary support, right? Right? Unlike when they kidnap, they will be saying, but when they kidnap now, whoever they want to kidnap, when they don't give you money, take him away to wherever you want to take him, right? So it will come a lot. It will go a long way to cope all these excesses, right? So a lot of people are coming. I saw some pack of 1,000 Naira being packed. They are just they are ondulated and they are swelled up everywhere. The color change every 1,000 Naira for what? Why should they be? The bank is there. You don't give money in bank. You are keeping money in your house in a sack. Ghana must go more bags. So it's go a long way to elevate the position of the Naira, and Naira will be having value little by little, so to say. Thank you.
Okay. So, Ademola, we know that money is part of Nigerian politics. In fact, one governor in Ekiti State put it very, very apt. He said it described as more as stomach infrastructure. We know that each time they are doing politics, there's an election, the parties will stay on one side and they'll be looking at people who are voting. If you vote for them, they give you money. I think about the last one in the gate was about 10,000. Now, there was a time during the last presidential election in 2019, we saw one politician with a van in his house, fully loaded with money. I mean, it was all over. We are not making this up. It was in the news, it was in the press. So now, if the government has now withdrawn all this money, the government, because the APC itself, which is the ruling party, is a beneficiary of this stomach infrastructure. So, which means that are we likely to see a completely different election in 2023, Ademola?
I believe so. I believe this change of currency will really affect the circulation of hard currency in the economy. Now, and it will bring sanity into flow, and also able to trace or manage the flow of currency or of cash transactions in Nigeria. If here in UK and most of the advanced world, you cannot withdraw more than certain amount of cash without giving a valid reason why you will have to transfer in your cash. If your business is not cash oriented or it doesn't deserve the cash, you need to explain why you are moving so much cash. So cash, now the Central Bank of Nigeria will be able now to question certainly or limit the number of how much in cash you can withdraw from the bank at any period of time. And you need to give a justification that this money is not for laundering or for illegal or criminal transactions. So, and that is why here in UK and abroad and in other European countries, you cannot just criminal transactions in cash is very difficult. And bank is able to control what money are being used to do. So it's also it's a good way to retrieve all this bank so that we can monitor what, especially what amount of money is being going on for criminal tendencies, especially with all these kidnapping and ransom taking. So all this will go a long way to track down and to limit the level of cash that these criminals can also get. Now, one side effect that I want us to realize is because of change of color have its own a little bit effect, negative effect, especially with people that are not literate. A lot of people identify each currency by their color, and there is a risk here where some of them may take 500 for 1,000 and 200 for 500 because of the change in the color, because they are because they don't know, because of their illiteracy, they don't know the digits, but they only identify it by the color. So they know that a blue one is 500, a red one is 1,000, a purple one. So when you now swap it right now, it may create a little bit of confusion for people, especially in rural transaction, where money is being used for a lot, and with people that are very illiterate. So there must be a lot of enlightenment, a lot of education and social public for them to let them know the changes in this currency so that they can reorientate themselves to continue to identify this with the new color.
Thank you very much. So finally, Lighton, we know that they have now mopped up the Naira, and they have changed the color of the Naira. But we know that in recent days, a lot of these money bags, they were actually buying up the dollar in the market. And the dollar went to I think as much as about 750 or 720.
No, 890.
Right. Okay.
890.
So now that they have now mopped up all the Naira, but people have now stored their money in a different value, which is in dollars. So if they what does it cost take them to maybe they go into election and they were giving people $10, which is which is very good money. So do you think that that purpose has been defeated?
The purpose will be defeated. But it comes. Thanks for that question. If you ask me, we are putting what we're supposed to put. We are doing what we are supposed to do later. We are doing it right now at the moment.
Putting the car before the horse, yeah?
Yeah, we are putting the car before the horse. Let us do the basic thing, the most fundamental things. Conditional cash transfer, social welfare, where people are well fed, where people are fed, where people have money, nobody wants to go into crime. A lot of crimes that we are seeing in Nigeria now is the outcome of no hope. Yeah. That they don't have hope. They don't have any aspiration. The people cannot afford to feed their family. They go into crime. People who cannot afford to spoil me. They go into crime. And when they discover that crime is payoff, they emerge themselves in it. So they continue like that. So why can't we do this thing first? Make sure that maybe it is income redistribution. All these people are getting 45 million naira for every month. The Senate are collecting 45 million, while Rep are collecting 39 million. It's too much. For what? Where people are, the basic salary is 18,000 naira. I saw the ASU too. The work they didn't do. They said they should pay them. For what? The ASU said because they didn't go to class, they went on strike. You went on strike and you want to get money for it. You want to go for sitting down at home, for not working, you want to get the money. It is not done. These are a lot of things, a lot of problems we are facing in the country. Right? We just need to analyze our problem. Then we build for support for that problem. I don't see this issue of Naira changing color, changing all this stuff that we ameliorate the situation in the country. Right? It will go a little way. Not people are hungry. Hungry man is an angry man. Right? Hungry man, tell him to go and kill. Then give him $2. He will go and kill. Tell him to go. That is why they are improvising people. When you know that you can tell him to do this, go and do this. More especially in the northern. So what I want the government to do right now is pump money into the productive sector. Borrow people with ideas, give them money. Where they rejuvenate the economy. When you rejuvenate the economy, you tax these people. You get money back from these people. Whatever the local government will get their tax, the state will get their tax, the federal will get their tax. On bottle of water, you will give them cents. It's something. When everybody continue buying water, they pay state, they pay federal, they pay everybody. When they buy this, when everybody, when you have money, you will be able to save. When you save, you will be able to invest. When you invest, propensity to consume will be there. Everybody, I don't know.
Okay.
These are the areas I want government to base their attention upon. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Lighton. So I want to thank you guys for coming to today's meeting.
Sorry, before we round up a little bit, because you touch a very vital issue regarding people buying a dollar and trying to convert it and circumventing the political buying
process.
We witnessed it during the party primaries, where they were also buying the delegates with foreign
dollar.
But I think the changing of the color of the Naira is not supposed to be on its own. It's supposed to be work in collaboration with all other monetary policies. And this is where federal government must harmonize the exchange rate in line with the autonomous market. The autonomous market is where it's attracting those people to, if there is no gain in autonomous market, then everybody will go to the bank to buy currency.
To buy, yeah.
Buy through currency, that can be controlled, that can be understandable. So we need to make sure that we harmonize the exchange rate, that it should be one exchange rate, not one by central bank, lower than that of autonomous markets, that is attracting all these, because this is the thing that will circumvent the good policies that the central bank has put forward. So this needs to go along with the changing of the currency.
Yeah, but well, I think my take there is, Ademola, is that I think that the borrow the change, they're getting the supply from the banks. If you go to the bank, they'll tell you. I went to the bank when I went to Nigeria the last time. They did not have the dollars. So they were actually the one who called the malam for me to sell for me. So the money, the banks seems to be the retail, the wholesalers, and the borrow the change be the retail. So that's why you have two different exchange rates. And unless borrow the changes were cancelled.
No, you don't get it. Deji, what Ademola is saying is what is prevalent in Nigeria. The federal government, they have one exchange, official rate.
Yeah.
And buying outside, they have another official, they have another rate, black market rate. And government, what they are doing, what the government, people in government, they do is they buy
from
when you know that you can buy $300 from the bank and you can sell $700 outside. So I mean, who wants to work again? I heard Sanusi saying it about Dangote, that Dangote collected billions of naira, dollar from the federal government, and he's using it for his bank, he's using it for this, and he's selling it outside again. Who wants to go and work again? If people can be doing that, nobody wants to go and work. He's encouraging indolence. That is what they are saying. Yeah, it's not that.
In this country, there is autonomous market as well.
Yeah.
And the rate, either autonomous or bank or whatever,
is the same.
Understand? Why is that sanity? Why is that? It's only because Nigeria, the federal government, is subsidizing autonomous market. Because some people are profiting from it. It's only Nigeria that this can happen. Why you know that the value of the dollar is 100 pounds, and you are selling it for 300 pounds. For somebody to go and send, for 70 pounds, for somebody to go and sell it at 100 and get 300 for doing nothing, because you are selling when you know it's actually cheap. Instead of you to sell it for 100, if we are selling it for 100 and other people, other sources that are people that source from other sources are also selling it for 100, then this will not be possible.
Yeah, that's it.
Anyway, thank you, gentlemen. Thank you, gentlemen, for coming to this meeting. So, Mr. Olaitan Digba, all the way from United States of America, I want to thank you for coming to today's meeting.
It's my pleasure.
And Mr. Ademola Disa, all the way from United Kingdom, thank you for coming to today's meeting.
It's nice to be here.
My name is Dejalaya, and I'm in Ireland. So next week, we are going to discuss the cabals running the government who have made it impossible for the oil thieves to be named, for the kidnappers, the sponsors of terror in Nigeria to be named, and who has also made it impossible for this Naira to dollar rate, the different what's it called? The different prices. To be made at par. So there are cabals, in the different parts of
strata.
Of Nigeria's economy. So we are going to discuss that next week. So if you have not subscribed, please subscribe to this channel so that when we do that program, you will be one of the first people to and listen to it. Thank you, gentlemen, and I want to thank all our viewers. Thank you for viewing, and God bless you all. We'll see you again next week.